Hey, how are you? What's up, Mr. Brown?
Let's do it. How are you?
I'm good. How you doing?
Good.
All right, Dennis, we're on here. We're in Barrington tonight.
Here we go. Sunday night.
Sunday night action in Barrington. We're at Triffin Ice Center. This is where the Wolves used to practice.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, I didn't
Chicago
know.
Wolves. Yeah.
I think this is the first time I've been here, which is a rarity. I've been driving around hockey rinks in Northern Illinois for.
And you've never been to this one?
I do not believe I've ever been here.
So apparently, I was talking with Pat. The Wolves played here and or practiced here, but they just built a new practice facility right by Allstate Arena, which is where they play their games.
It seems like a nice facility. I mean,
Yeah.
Looks kind of new. How do we look at a roster tonight?
So we are missing a couple of first-line players. We won't have Jillian Young or Bryn Clare. Otherwise, I think we have pretty much everybody. Oh, we also don't have Grayson.
Okay.
So we're playing the Barrington Phillies. They are 3-6.
All right.
So hopefully it's a little more competitive than our last couple games because we are going to be seeing this team again during the regular season.
So my understanding is that this Barrington team was very good last year. They had a couple of good players.
They were really good. And
they're now playing in college.
Yeah. The Gorbatenko twins are now both playing at Wisconsin.
Yeah.
And fellow Grasso is playing at Brown.
Oh.
Yeah. So when we played them, it was kind of a nightmare.
Yeah.
It was like 15-0 every game.
Well, hopefully we can improve on that.
I know they have a couple of their AAA girls, but Jillian Young, and I'm not sure about Britain, but she's in Canada for a tournament this weekend.
Oh, wow.
So I'm thinking some of their girls might also be in Canada for the same tournament.
That would seem only fair.
Just.
Canada coming through once again.
Yeah. Well, we got about a minute left in warm-ups. I'm hoping that we can see a little more offense. Like our offensive power hasn't exactly been there the last few games. Luke have a game tonight?
Yeah. In Maine. So I forgot what they call it. The rink that they play in for Maine is Iceland and Niles.
Oh yeah, yeah. We played many games there.
Yeah, he's out. He's out with an injury.
Oh no.
Yeah.
What happened?
AC joint.
Oh.
But I think he's feeling better. He might get cleared to play tomorrow.
Okay. How's this season going?
They've had a decent year. I think they just finished their seeding round 2. So
is it similar to the way we do ours?
Yeah. So I think they should win some games once the actual play starts in this division.
All right, so
they've had a lot of injuries.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
So heads up to our viewers, the Wi-Fi in here is a little spotty. So if the broadcast breaks up, that's why. It's not your TV. And I'm going to keep the score on there at the bottom, but if it starts to seem like it's interfering with the view, I'll take it off and only put it up at the breaks. And try to remember to let you know what the score is.
Brett, my understanding is that some of our players had games earlier today with their club team, so
yes, so
hopefully they saved a few bullets for this game.
Yes, well, being as young as they are, they shouldn't be as big of a problem as it would be for you or me.
It's not like us, man.
All right, out on the ice right now we have Baron Fleiter at center and Gabby Weber on left wing and Zoe Kramer on right wing with Grace Crow and Claudia Nord back on defense. Nord trying to clear this one out. Taken by Kramer over to Fleiter. Evanston's wearing the navy blue uniforms with orange lettering, while the Phillies are wearing their white uniforms with black numbering.
That was nice. You had your Pat Hughes moment.
Yes. All right, so shot there saved by the Phillies goalie. Put on net by Maren Fleiter. 12:24 to play here in the first. Line change. We have Weber.
Nice face-off, man.
Yep, that's O'Hara from the point. Gets the shot in, and it is! Evanston
out in front of the net. Some good traffic out in front of the net.
That was great. Was that Weber with the redirect?
I believe so.
So shot from the point by O'Hara with the redirect by Gabby Weber for Evanston to finally get on the board first.
All right, Brian, let's pack up the bus and go home.
Running clock. All right, out on the ice now we have Berger, Angel, and Fleiter, backed up by Peterson and O'Hara. Puck comes back to O'Hara, over to Peterson. She just misses, and the Phillies keep it in the Evanston defensive zone. Harris sends it up the board to Koniger. Phillies keep it in. Taken away there, knocked away by Angel. Shot. That one's saved by Brownlee. 11:51 to play.
Let's see if we can hold on to some of this momentum for
Yeah.
a while. Not let them equalize it.
So Koski back out there to replace Pleither. With Philly centering pass knocked away by O'Hara.
Yeah.
O'Hara with the puck in the near side. She chips it off the boards, but blocked by the Phillies. Centering pass over there by Koniger up to Koski. And Barrington brings it right back in. Peterson breaks that one up and then knocked away by Brownlee. In the corner, that's O'Hara battling for the puck. Shot, and that one's off of Lena's shoulder and goes into the back of the net. At 11:13, the Barrington Phillies have quickly tied this game up. We get a line change for the Wildcats with Weber, Pleiter, and Spite, backed up by Nord and Conaway. Or no, is that Brown?
Yeah, 12.
Yeah. So
Got
Brown
back on D.
defense.
Gonna play a little defense, I guess.
Brown typically plays offense, so
Shows right there.
pass there, saved by Brownlee, rebound off of her pads in front of the net, but knocked out of there by Pleiter. Brown, good defensive play with her stick to knock the Phillies off the puck, but they regain control. From the Phillies. Centering pass over for the one-timer. She fanned on it. Broken up there by Brown. Now Nord comes up with the puck behind her own net. Spin move. Sends it around the boards. And Barrington keeps it in.
Here we go.
Now Pleiter
Finally got out of the zone. For a little.
But the Phillies move it right back out. Brown tries to keep it out, and that's Crow back on defense now, replacing Nord. To the point. Shot. That one doesn't make it through. It's off of Weber. Now Crow tries to chip it out, and Spite moves it out past the red liner into the zone. The Evanston fans calling for a penalty there. Koniger on the ice. Shot. Deflected off of Brownlee's pads. Which, that one goes wide. 9:36 to play. Centering pass taken away by O'Hara. O'Hara with the puck on the far side. Centers over to Pleiter, but it's just behind her and out of reach. Here come the Barrington Phillies as they bring it out of their own zone. O'Hara retrieves the puck, chips it up off the boards to Koplo, who's on the ice now. Pleiter battling for it. O'Hara with again up to Koplo, just out of her reach. And the puck sails down into the Barrington zone. That'll be icing. We have Peterson and O'Hara back on defense. Koniger, Koski, and Koplo. 8:51 to play in the first. Nord comes back out on the ice. So Nord and Peterson back on defense. Koniger, Koplo, and Koski. Nord has that one taken away from her. It bounces right into the Evanston goalie, who smothers it, and we'll have another face-off. 8:43 to play. Puck loose over on the far corner. Knocked off the stick there by Koski. Shot from the court. That one sails wide. Another shot. That one saved by Brownlee. Knocked out of there by Koski. Skopla chases it down, but the Phillies player beats her to it. They look to reset and bring it in. Centering pass there, broken up by Nord, and quick shot there. Just inside of the post and Leela's pad, and that's another score for the Phillies at the 8-minute and 9-second mark of the first period. Brown and Crow out on the ice on defense. Kramer, Reichel, and Pleiter out on offense. Phillies win the face-off. Brown kicks that one, but doesn't get past the blue line, so Phillies continue their charge into the Evanston zone. Good hit there by Brown, but they're going to call a penalty. Isabel Brown going to be heading to the penalty box here for 2 minutes. 7:55, and the Wildcats are now on the penalty kill. What do you think of that, Dennis? Didn't look so bad.
She rubbed her out pretty well because it was a little too much for the refs' liking.
Phillies come up with the puck after the face-off. They move it around towards centering one-timer, and that one's good, right in the back of the net. Ugh. Quickly, it's become 3-1, and momentum the Wildcats had at the first of the game evaporated.
Brown's having some trouble getting out of the penalty period.
So we have Kramer, Reichel, and Pleiter, with O'Hara and Crow back on defense. Crow with the puck, dumps it into the Barrington zone. Back behind the net, puck's loose. Reichel loses an edge. Puck comes back into the Evanston zone. Crow's there to pick it up. She gets it out. Stolen there by O'Hara as she comes in quickly. Centering pass, but no Wildcats there. I love the idea. Good strong pass. The Phillies respond and bring it right back into the Evanston zone. Puck loose right in front of the net, and somehow we got it out of there without a shot getting put on net. Now Pleiter with it. Skates it past one person. She's got Kramer with her up ahead. As they bring it, she comes in toe drag there and then loses it to the Phillies. And that's Reichel trying to mix it up. Now Nord with the puck. She sends it up to Kramer. Phillies bring it in. Peterson out on the ice. Skates around Peterson. Point blank shot. That one's saved by Brownlee. 6:22 to play. Out on the ice, we have Angel, Kramer, and Koski. And Peterson and Nord and Weber. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Peterson sends it over to Nord. Puck loose in front of the net. Chip still loose. Now Nord chases it down. Ooh. And Koski moves it out of the zone. Barrington brings it right back. Angel with the puck. Tries to get it over to Weber. As the Phillies set it up. Puck loose behind the net. They move it around, looking for the centering pass. That one's just off the side of the goal. 5:32 to play in the first period. Angel and Koski over on the far side. Shot! That one's just wide. Another centering pass. Now Nord with the puck. She chips it up. Just skating a little too fast, and puck got away from her. Now Brown moves it back out. Now Pleiter with it. She comes in. She's got Angel on her right and Weber on her left. She moves it back down around the net. Crow keeps it in. Pushes it back down deep in the zone. 4:52 to play. Here come the Phillies. Brown and Crow back on defense. Phillies player loses an edge right there and sails into the boards. It pops right back up. That one's taken away by Pleiter, who sends it down to Koniger, who's just coming in for a line change for Weber. The Phillies push it all the way back in. That's Brown scrapping for the puck. Spite with it now over on the far side. She sends it out of the zone and wide as Koniger chases this one down. 4 minutes to play. Koski now back out on the ice, as well as O'Hara. Shot! That one's off of O'Hara's skate.
Good stick. Thought it was off her stick.
Off of her stick?
I think so. I don't know. Maybe I don't know.
No, you're probably right. I think your vision's
Better
better
to
than
see
mine.
through this netting. Sometimes.
Yeah. Anyway, puck's all the way back down in the Barrington zone. That one's just off of Koski's stick. Comes back into O'Hara. O'Hara a little turn move and chips it out. Koniger with the pressure on the forecheck and moves it in the zone and comes right back out, and Peterson knocks that one back in. Or sorry, yeah, that's Peterson. Shot there, and that one goes wide. Now Peterson with the puck moves it up to Spite. Spite chips it out of the zone. 3 minutes, just over 3 minutes to play here in the first period. Pass there, shot. That one goes just to the left side of the net. Koniger with good pressure back by the blue line, and finally it's taken away by Pleiter, who now has it with O'Hara. O'Hara skates it down, tries to send pass over to Pleiter, but intercepted by the Phillies. And the Phillies move it out. We have Koplo back out on the ice. Peterson now working on defense and caused just enough interference to get an offsides call, so face-off will be right outside the Evanston zone. Nord and Crow back on defense. Pleiter, Weber, and Koplo on offense. 2:43 to play. Phillies win another face-off. Koplo keeps that one from going in the zone. Phillies move the pass up, intercepted by Crow. Now Crow has the puck and lost it to the Phillies. And now the Phillies come back. As they move it in, drop pass there. Missed its mark. Nord keeps that one from coming in the zone. And now stolen away by Pleiter. Pleiter's one-on-one. Shot! Oh, toe drag. I thought shot there. That one just goes.
Nice move.
Just goes wide of the net. Weber with pressure in the corner. Crow keeps that one from exiting the zone and sends it down towards the net. As they move it out. We got a 2-on-no-one shot there. Saved by Brownlee. And now, good move there. Looking for the shot. That one sails just up over the top of the net. 1 minute and 28 seconds to play here in the first period.
3-on-2.
3-on-2. Weber
2-on-2 now.
Knocked out of there by. Now we have Peterson bringing it in. That one's intercepted by the Phillies and moved back out of the zone. Peterson chases it down again. She knocks it up to Koniger. Just Koniger unable to handle it. Come with Barrington Phillies. Shot there. That one goes wide. 42 seconds to play. Back behind the net. Brown pressuring the puck with Koski. That centering pass broken up by Peterson. 27 seconds left. Centering pass shot. That one's easy goal for the Flyers. They had four skaters in front of the net. We had one. Not sure how that happens. 22 seconds left to play here in the first period. It's 4-1. Ryder and Nord out on offense, and Crow and O'Hara back on defense. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. It's another centering pass. That one's saved by Brownlee. 10 seconds to play. .2 seconds left on the clock. Phillies win the face-off. Puck's loose. Oh, 4 seconds. Another centering pass. That one's saved by Brownlee. Well, Dennis, after a good start to that period, that momentum was lost pretty quickly. However, I thought the end of the period, the last 4 or 5 minutes of the period was pretty good.
They're skating hard. Yeah. The puck, at least.
The other thing I thought it was pretty good was there was definitely some good passing.
Yeah, they were definitely looking to get it into open ice. So.
Yeah. Maybe not all the passes are on target, but I like the idea. Yeah. Eventually that gets cleaned up. All right, well, what would you like to see out of this period, Dennis?
Just baby steps, maybe keep it in their offensive zone for a while.
Yeah. Kind of protect the
our offensive zone.
Yeah.
There's just too much constant pressure in our defensive zone.
Yeah, I think if we can get a little bit more on the forecheck and pressure down in the offensive zone, that could go a long way to making what you just said happen. All right, we switch ends of the ice this period. We have Fighter out on offense with Kramer and Weber, backed up by O'Hara and Peterson. Wildcats win the face-off. O'Hara with the puck. She tries to center it, but it's off of one of the Phillies. Now Peterson, she tries to move it out, and now Fighter with the puck. She brings it in on sides and dumps it in deep. Weber and Kramer back there pressuring the puck. That one's intercepted by Peterson. Sends it over to Weber. Weber looking to get the shot off, but kept from doing so by one of the Phillies. Here come the Phillies again. Peterson and O'Hara looking at the puck loose in front of the net. Shot and save, rebound. Puck's loose now, kicked out of there by O'Hara. That's a quick shot and saved by Brownlee. Actually might have been off the post. But the Kits don't seem to be able to get it out of the zone. Phillies keep it in and get another shot off. And rebound and then into the back of the net. That'll make this game 5-1. .11:42 to go in the second period. Line changes for both teams. after the goal by the Phillies. We have Koski, Angel, and Koniger out on offense with Nord and Brown back on defense. Phillies win another faceoff. They send it into the Evanston zone. Nord moves it back out. And Koski dumps it in. But the Phillies are there to retrieve it, and they move it all the way down. No icing, they call. As Nord chases it and sends it around. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Phillies recover the puck. Move it back up towards the blue line here as they skate it around. Now finally almost taken away by Angel. Phillies keep it in. Now Nord with the puck. She centers it, but nobody was there, and puck glides over to one of the Phillies as they move it in off the boards, looking for the centering pass. Nord standing in the lane. Brown with good pressure on the puck. She tries to kick that one up. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. 10:33 to play in the second period. Line change here, or at least partial line change for the Wildcats. We have Crow and O'Hara back on defense. Kramer and Spike come out to replace Angel and Koniger. Kits win the faceoff. Fighter tries to get that one, but just skates right by it. Now O'Hara with it and takes it in behind her own net, but stolen away by the Phillies, and that shot was broken up by Crow. Now Fighter with the puck. She moves down, pressured off of there by the Barrington player, who now skates it in quickly back into the Evanston zone. Move there, good body, use of her body by O'Hara. Phillies move the puck back in deep to the Evanston zone. Right in front of the net, shot there, deflected and comes out in front. Another shot, saved by Brownlee. That one rebounds into the corner. Another centering pass, broken up nicely by Crow. As the puck sails out of the zone and Phillies have to reset. Either pushes that one into the zone, but the Phillies keep it right back out. No icing on that dump in by Crow. Phillies move it in. Looks like the Phillies player lost a handle on it and knocked away by O'Hara. Now Weber chasing it. Shot from the point. That one deflects off of Peterson. And O'Hara tries to move it out. Let the Phillies intercept and bring it right back in. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Rebound, another shot, saved by Brownlee. Now she smothers it for the... We'll get a stoppage and another face-off down here. 8:39 to play in the second period. Scores 5-1. Koplo, Koski, Weber, with Nord and Peterson back on defense. Puck loose, comes out of the zone. The Phillies get there first as they dump it in. Nord has it, tries to chip it out, but intercepted by the Phillies player. That centering pass knocked away by Peterson. Phillies moving it back behind the net. Peterson pressuring to get her off, centering pass there. Shot, saved by Brownlee. Rebound, another shot, save. Puck still loose, and finally Brownlee covers it up. 7:58 to play. Phillies win a face-off. Quick shot. Saved by Brownlee, and Nord sends it around the boards. But the Phillies keep it in. Nord chases it, stops. She tries to send it around and out of the zone, but Barrington moves the puck right back in. Peterson, good pressure. Now Weber with the centering pass to Koplo. Koplo unable to hang on to it, and now the Phillies come in again. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. Puck's loose in front of the net, and Koski moves it out to the side. Quick shot there. Brownlee with the save. Nord with it. She moves it up to Weber. Weber, I think she thought she had a teammate up there.
Yeah.
Barrington moves this one in. Nord tries to backhand it out of there. Phillies recover right in front of the net, point blank range. Another shot, and that one's saved. Finally, Brownlee covers it up. 6:46 to play. We have Kramer, Whiter, and Reichel out on the ice on offense, with O'Hare and Crow back on defense. Oh, sorry, that's Brown and Crow back on defense. Shot from the point, saved by Brownlee there. We'll get another face-off. 6:41 to go. Phillies win the face-off again. Brown with pressure on the far side. Centering pass, that one's broken up by Brownlee. Another shot there, saved by Brownlee again. 6:26 to play. Leiter takes the face off, and Phillies come up with it. Quick shot there, just over Leela's left shoulder and into the back of the net. That'll make this game 6-1 at the 6:20 mark of this second period. Peterson and O'Hare back on defense now for the Wildcats as Brown and comes off the ice. Leiter, Kramer, and Reichel on offense. Barrington wins the faceoff again and moves it into the Evanston zone. Good pressure there by Peterson. Barrington with the puck down behind the net. Finally, O'Hare comes up with it, centers it over to Leiter. Leiter to Kramer. Eventually lost the puck there to the Phillies. That centering pass broken up by Kramer. He has it right now and tries to dump it in. She does get it in there, but goes directly to one of the Phillies players. Set up and bring it back into the Evanston zone. O'Hare chips that one out to the side to Kramer. Centering pass there. Knocked out of there by Peterson. He's maintained control. Moved the puck in front of the net. Nobody was there for that pass. Finally, Koski dumps it out and all the way down. That'll be icing. With 5 minutes left to play in the second, we'll have a face-off here right in front of Leela. Brownlee. Nord and Crow back on defense. Koski, Angel, and Koniger out on offense. Koski taking centering duties. Phillies with another face-off. Move it down into the Evanston zone. Nord pressure on the near corner. As the Phillies look to Up an offensive play here. Drop pass to the blue line. That one's broken up by Angel. Shot there to just deflects off of one of the Phillies players and knocked away by Crow. Shot there goes wide in front of the net. 4:18 to play.
That's
like net was off.
Yeah.
So whistle there you heard was for the net being off the moorings, and they'll reset that and we'll have a face-off. 4:13 to play in the second period. Phillies come up with the puck, almost taken away by Nord. She was unable to connect with it, and now the Phillies have it behind the Evanston net. Pressure there by Crow. Angel with the puck, and now Nord takes it. She's got to jump. She's skating pretty fast. Centering pass over to Angel. Just out of Angel's reach, a little bit behind her. Now 3:41 to play, and Barrington moves it all the way into the Evanston zone. And they send it all the way around. 3:32 to play. Kleider now back out on the ice for Koski. Crow chips that one away. Shot from the blue line, saved by Brownlee. 3:17 to play in the second period. Line change coming up for the Wildcats. Kleider stays out on the ice, but she'll be joined by Spite and Weber, with O'Hara and Brown backing her up on defense. Phillies with the puck. Shot from the blue line, saved by Brownlee. Another shot, saved by Brownlee. Another shot, that one deflects up over the top of the net. Brown pressuring in the corner. Now O'Hara with it, she sends it around. Barrington doesn't keep it in, so they'll have to reset. Shot broken up by O'Hara. Puck then smothered by Brownlee with 2:47 to play. The Kleider, Brown and Weber, O'Hara, and Spite. That pass stolen by Kleider. She moves it out of into the Phillies zone, but they pull it off her stick and bring it right back out. Shot there, saved by Brownlee. O'Hara tries to get that one out of the zone, but kept in by the Phillies with a shot there, deflected by Brownlee. She's had quite a few saves tonight. That's O'Hara pressuring, working for the pucks. Point blank shot, saved by Brownlee. 2 minutes, 6 seconds to play in the second period. Offensive line change here for the Wildcats. Actually, we're going to get a defensive line change as well. We have Kramer, Koski, and Koplo, backed up by Nord and Peterson. Wildcats win the face-off. Nord tries to send that one over to Kramer. Just bounces over the top of her stick. The Phillies move it out and bring it in. And Nord seals that one away. Good defensive play there. She moves it out of the zone. And now Nord comes up with it. Skates around some of her own players. Shot broken up by Peterson. Puck loose in front of the net. As they move it back to the blue line, Kramer almost got away with that one. Nord feathers that one up to Kramer. Kramer unable to keep up with it. Just over a minute left here in this first period. Cross-ice pass by the Phillies, and they've got someone right in front of the net. Saved by Brownlee.
Nice stop.
That was an incredibly good stop. 1 minute, 1 second to play in the second period. 6-1 is the score. And we got a line change coming here for the Wildcats. O'Hara and Crow back on defense. We've got Peterson, Nord, Crow, and O'Hara, and Pleiter. It's interesting, that's 4 of our defenders. So it looks like maybe save there by Brownlee. Now, puck comes back to the blue line. Looks like Nord and O'Hara on offense now. Pleiter had that one. She had Nord's shot there, saved by Brownlee. She had Nord and O'Hara streaking down the ice, but the Phillies prevented that from happening. So offense now is, for this remaining 35 seconds, we're going to have Pleiter, O'Hara, and Nord, with Crow and Peterson back on defense. Phillies win the face-off for the deflection shot, and that one sails into the corner. Another centering pass. That one shot deflected just up over the top of the net and into the corner. Now Pleiter with the puck, but knocked away by the Phillies. Crow moves it in. And Nord keeps that one from going in. Now Nord with it again. Almost got the shot off there before the end of regulation.
I think there may have been improvement that period.
Yeah.
They gave up 4 goals in the first period, I believe.
Yeah, so only 2. And
no, it seemed a little better.
It did. Got a little more offensive zone
A little more
action.
back and forth instead of all of it in our zone.
But we are struggling on that face-off. And I feel like Barrington's winning every single one of them.
Yeah, they're good at it, yeah.
They have a couple of skaters on the Barrington team that are just pretty good. It's apparently not in Canada.
I mean, not coincidentally, all their best players seem to have the darker helmets on.
Yeah.
They have a lot of players with the darker helmets on.
Do you know what organization is the Blue Helmets?
I see it's like a purple. Isn't that Phantom? It's like a purplish.
Storm was purple. I don't think they're a Storm anymore.
Okay, I don't know.
Yeah, they were purple. Is that purple?
I think so. I don't know. Am I wrong? It looks like purple to me.
I was thinking it looked like blue.
Maybe. Perhaps. I'll get a better look when they skate by.
Yeah, if you can see what symbols on the helmet.
Yeah, maybe it is blue. I think it's purple, man.
Purple? Yeah, so the ones with the purple/blue.
Yeah.
But anyway, we have Brown and O'Hara back on defense. Nord, Pleiter, and Kramer out on offense. That one just out of reach, and now here come the Phillies. Shot there, or looked to get the shot off, but broken up, and now the Phillies keep it in. That's Brown with it, and knocked away by O'Hara. Now Kramer with it, and she tries to move it up. Now Nord comes away with it. She's got on the net. She fires a shot, and that one just goes wide.
Get cheap.
O'Hara keeps that one in. Back to Brown. Brown skates with it. Chips it back up to Kramer. Kramer tries a centering pass. Comes Nord on the forecheck. And the Phillies move it right back in. O'Hara with the puck now. She chips it up to Kramer. Kramer with it at her feet, moves it up to Kleider. And Kleider dumps it in. We have Angel back out on the ice with Weber. Angel with the steal there, intercepts that pass, but Barrington retains control and brings it back into the Evanston zone. Peterson and O'Hara back on defense. Shot there, broken up by O'Hara. 11:30 to play. Running clock reminder that since it's a 5-goal lead here in the third period, as O'Hara brings that one in, Weber with it on her stick. Fighter in front of the net. She has it right by her feet. She's got a couple people in front. She fires the shot, though, and that one just gets up over the top and wide. Now Peterson over to O'Hara. O'Hara back to Weber, just over her stick.
Good pass.
Very good passing. I like that. Knocked away by O'Hara. Weber pressuring on the far side. O'Hara gets the puck away and sends it out of the zone.
Gonna sit down. Nope.
They call icing. 10:43 to play. That puck's coming all the way back down to the Evanston zone for a defensive zone faceoff. We have Crow and Peterson out on defense with Koski, Koniger, and Spite. So it looks like maybe Brownlee's added it, taken a couple of our defenders and moved them up to offense to try and maybe get a little more offensive zone action. Evanston wins that faceoff. Good job, Koski. Now Koniger here on the near side. Barrington retains control. And that shot is saved by Brownlee. 9:55 to play. Koski, Kramer, and Spite, Peterson, and Crow. That's the Wildcats lineup on the ice right now. Barrington wins the face-off. Sends a pass wide and across. Good pressure there by Spite. Quick shot there and just past Brownlee, and that'll make this game 7-1. Just realized the scoreboard on here says the second period. We are actually in the third period, if you're just joining us. Nord and Brown back out on defense. Kramer, Fighter, and Koplo out on offense. Here comes Barrington with 9 minutes to play. Brown chasing. Shot. Look for the deflection, and they were unable to get it off. Shot there into the tiny little hole above Leela's right shoulder and into the back of the net. That'll make this game 8-1 with 8.5 minutes to play. Nord and Brown back on defense. Koplo, Kleider, and Kramer on offense. That pass goes in the zone. Nord knocks it off of the Barrington player's stick. As Kramer tried to send that pass up to Kleider, just got a whiff when Nord backhands that one and stolen by the Phillies, who send it to net and saved by Brownlee. Just under 8 minutes to play. Norden, Grappler, Kramer, and Flighter out on offense. Koplo chasing this one down, breaks it up and sends it out of the zone. Kramer on the forecheck almost steals that pass. Phillies move it back into the Evanston zone. Now Koplo misses on the centering pass. Nord and Pleiter pressuring on the near side with Brown in front of the net. Brown knocks that one away. Now Nord moves that one off of the Philly stick. It still gets the shot off and deflected wide by Brownlee. 6:45 to play here in this third and final period. Brown working on the far corner. Pleiter comes over to help. Now Nord with the intercepts the pass, sends it over to Pleiter. Pleiter comes with her as they bring it in. Back to Koplo, who does keep it in. But finally, the Phillies clear it out of the zone. That's Peterson with it. He's bringing it in. Peterson, good pressure in the offensive zone. Back to Kramer. Kramer fires a shot. That one's saved by the Phillies goalie. Koski now back out on the ice for the Wildcats, as is O'Hara. Philly skates it in, and that's Koski who pressured her off the puck, and Brownlee moved the puck back behind. Now Phillies come back, keep the puck in. Koski up over to Reichel. Now that's Peterson who moves it out wide. Koski with it. She chips it up off the boards, and that's going to be icing. With 5.5 minutes to play, we'll be back in our defensive zone. O'Hara and Peterson back on defense. Reichel, Weber, and Pleiter out on offense. Phillies moving the puck around very nicely. 5 minutes to play. Peterson battling for the puck on the far corners, but the Phillies break it loose and finally knocked away by O'Hara. But Barrington keeps it in and sends it back in around. Peterson and Pleiter in the far corner. And then Pleiter comes up with the puck out of there. Tries to make the pass. The puck comes out of the zone, so Barrington will have to reset. 4 minutes and 25 seconds to play. Here come the Phillies. 2-on-1 shot. That one goes behind the net. Back up to the point. Peterson and O'Hara. O'Hara does get it out of the zone. And Weber knocks that one loose. Just under 4 minutes to play. Now, here comes Peterson. She sends it in deep. Peterson with the puck. One's taken off of her stick by one of the Phillies. As they move back, it's O'Hara back on defense. Shot. Oh! Pass and the shot. She couldn't get anything on it, so that one sailed wide of Brownlee's net that she's guarding. Oh! Now Reichel loses an edge and her stick. She recovers both. Pleiter and Weber working on the forecheck. O'Hara and Peterson back on defense. As the Phillies skated behind the Evanston net, looking for the centering pass. Shot there, saved by Brownlee, but the rebound ended up right on another Phillies stick, and she put it right in the back of the net. That'll make this game 9-1. With 2 minutes and 40 seconds to play, we have Brown and Crow back on defense with Koniger, Koski, and Angel out on offense.
Want a face-off?
Yeah, we did with it. That's good news. I like it. Looking for the bright spots. The Phillies quickly take it away from us, and work with it back behind our net. Center pass shot, hard shot, saved by Brownlee. Just over 2 minutes to play. Crow and Brown out on the ice. Koniger, Angel, and Koski out on offense. Angel skating with the puck. Knocked off of her stick by the Phillies as they quickly bring it back into our zone. 1.5 minutes to play. Centering pass there, broken up by somebody's stick. I didn't see who, but then a hard shot and saved by Brownlee. Going to get a line change here with just over a minute to play. Nord and Peterson back out on defense with Fleiter, Kramer, and Spite back out on the ice on offense for the Wildcats. 1 minute and 2 seconds to play in this game. And another face-off there by Fleiter. Now Peterson with the puck. Tries to get it up to Kramer, who ends up able to get it out of the zone with just over 45 seconds to play. Now Spite moves the puck off the Philly stick, but she regains control. Nord back. Good stick check there. As the Phillies player comes and brings it right in front of the net, but unable to get the shot off. Peterson battling for the puck in the corner, now up to Kramer. Kramer trying to clear the zone. She's got Fleiter and Peterson with her. 18 seconds to play. Shot there, saved by Brownlee, who gloves it. Good chance that night might just be the game right there. And they call it. Well, Dennis, that was, a little rough. It's hard to skate. It's hard to feel competitive when, 3 or 4 of your better skaters aren't at the game. And that would make a difference for any team.
It would have helped a little.
Yeah. I don't know if it would have made a difference as far as like the win-loss column, but it
helps as far as just possessing the puck more.
So hopefully we have one more game, possibly 2 of the seeding round. Next game on the calendar is Sunday in Naper Valley. It's like Naper Valley. It's like Fox Valley, Naperville.
That sounds far.
It is. It's not close. But that'll be next Sunday at 8:30.
Out there?
Out there.
Yeah.
Yep. And we should potentially have another game, tiering round game against Lake Forest Academy. But since they're most likely already going to be in our grouping, we might not end up playing that game. Okay. I don't know.
Yeah.
All right. Well, thanks for joining me. Hopefully, hopefully next Sunday's better.
Out in Naper Valley.
Out in Naper Valley, made up towns now. Well, everybody, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you next Sunday.